Hey, how's it going? And welcome back to another episode of the Ultimate Ironman. And in the last video, we entered Zaya and we started doing all the quests and favors, and we got to where we are now, mining sulfur. As you can imagine, I've been having so much fun doing this, but it's finally time to wrap it up. We're finally done, and we can finally finish with the Zaya favors. It's done. It's finally done. It's been 3.5 hours. We went from level 42 to 49 mining. I was averaging almost 20k XP per hour, but I would highly not recommend doing this method for training mining. We could finally just go ahead and deliver the minecart scrolls and then do the quest and then finish off the favor. I'm so glad to be done with this. Without a bank, inventory management is very difficult here. It's probably the worst thing I've had to do on the account. Throughout Zaya, there are 6 minecart stations I'll show you on this map right here. There's the 6 locations. We have to take each of the scrolls to the 5 other locations starting from this main point. And then once we do that, we can take the minecart from any point to any other point. And doing so will also give us 25% favor. And the minecarts also cost 50 GP to use each time, or you could pay a one-off fee of 100,000 GP to get it for free anytime you want. Eventually we'll do that, but right now we don't have 100k to spare. I probably should have done Lovacaine before Shazian, because for the Shazian quest I had to go to Mount Ketum Mortem, which is all the way across the Lizardman area. Not a huge deal, just an extra like 2 minutes of running, but once we get the minecart unlocked right over here, that'll be really nice to get to raids faster, because there's really not many good ways to get there besides using the Xerix Talisman teleport once you unlock it from raids. Okay, we are doing one of my favorite things. We have just unlocked another form of transportation. We're 90% now. Before we do this quest, there's a spot where you can take up to 40 damage, and our hit points is 40, so I want to get 41 hit points before we do the quest. Shouldn't take too long. Okay, there we go, 41 hit points, and we also got a magic level. Alright, but first off, here's a beginner casket. The Lovacaine house quest is done. We got the last memoir page. We'll use that on the book to unlock every single page. I think it's actually a diary task to go to all the places once, and then the last certificate, once we use this, will be at 100% for everything. Let's go lock in this favor and complete Architectural Alliance and be done with Zaya. We've done it. We've got all the architects together. We can finish Architectural Alliance now. The main reward from doing this is we unlock the Xerix Heart teleport on the Xerix Talisman, which is what teleports you to the statue. Eventually, once we get the Xerix Talisman, that'll be useful. And that's also a diary task, is to teleport here. Then we also get a 10k XP lamp, which was added February 7th, 2019. If you complete the mini quest before then, you can still claim it from Hosa. It's a 10k XP lamp that has to be put into a skill over level 40. And unfortunately, Herblore is still only 27, but you're able to destroy this lamp and claim it later. Yeah, it says right here, Hosa will have another one for you. It feels so freaking good to be done with all the Zaya favors and be done with all the quests on Zaya and stuff. For now though, we're going to go back to barb fishing. Here's what the stats are looking like, and yeah, just going to chill for a while and figure out what to do next. And I'm pretty sure we can destroy this Karet's Memoirs here. And I think when we claim it back, I believe it still has the charges on there. I think. I don't know. Actually, we'll find out. That's how the Chronicle works, so hopefully it's the same way. Beginner Casket. There are currently 5 barbarian fishing spots all on top of each other right now. Okay, should be another beginner from fishing. Well, next thing I want to do now is do the Feud Quest, because that will unlock the Rogues Trader minigame, and we'll never have to worry about Cosmic or Law Runes again. At least in terms of having to go to the Wildy, so let's go get that quest done. What the heck? There's so many bots here, and they're all level 35. They're all just buying out the Rogues Trader shop, I guess. I have the poison already mixed. I just need the ingredients to prepare another batch. You wouldn't believe the demand. It's been murder. Okay, well here's the boss fight. As you can see, it's going to be very difficult if we stand behind this bush here. And we can just save spot. Tough fight number 2. You get an Adamant Scimitar drop from this guy, so after you get your Mythril Scimitar and you're ready to upgrade, but you're not ready for a Rune Scimitar yet, this quest is how you could get that. Okay, the Feud Quest is done. We went from 39 Thieving to 43. It's a lot of Thieving XP. We unlocked Blackjacking, which I think is the best way to train Thieving from level 45. Pretty sure it's better than Fruit Stalls, so we'll probably be doing that later on. And then, most important thing that I think, in my opinion, is that we can now do the Rogues Trader mini quest. So if we talk to Ali Morrisane, we can get started. We got to talk to Aubrey to convince him that Ali is a good Convincer, which if you've ever tried Ali, you know he's very, very good at convincing you to buy random stuff. And now we just have to do a Sudoku puzzle to unlock the rune shop. It's exactly the same thing as a regular Sudoku puzzle. You just swap the numbers with the runes. I'm going to actually do this and not just enter it into a calculator or formula thing. I had a phase as a kid of doing a lot of Sudoku puzzles at one point. It is kind of XP waste, but it's not always about the XP. Okay, this probably took about a half hour, but I had a good time doing it, and hopefully we got everything right. Cool, it all worked. So now okay. Wait, what? Do I have to do it all over again? We don't need runes now, it's fine. Wait, I think we could just do buy non-elemental runes. Okay, here we go. Now we can buy laws and cosmics and natures and any of these runes anytime you want without having the magic guild unlocked or the wizard's guild, which we need 66 magic for, but we could also boost for with a wizard's mind bomb. I feel like knocking out some more of RFD, so we'll do another mini quest or maybe 2 of them. You can buy charcoal in Shiloh Village or from the Taibo One-Eye General Store, but I'm making it much more difficult on myself and coming back here to the dig site and trying to find it in the specimen tray. I just really enjoy learning about all these different methods to get all these different items that, you know, for a main account you just get from the GE, or on a regular Ironman you just get 10 of them at once and store them in the bank. I think it's cool learning about where all these spawns are. I was getting some spice for the quest, and I didn't know about this. It's also not on the wiki under the knife page, but from the spice seller here in Arty, you can buy a knife. Let's use the Slop of Compromise on the Goblin. And there we go. We got a farming level, and I think that's Steel Gloves we have unlocked now. And I think we'll do one more sub quest as well. My boy Pete looking hella slumped right now. Let's use that fish cake on him. And the quest is complete. I think we got some level out of that, didn't we? Yeah, I got a smithing level, and that is Mythril Gloves now, I believe, that we have unlocked. Just kidding, it's black gloves. Alright, I guess we'll just go and help the dwarf too. The dwarf has been saved. Now we have Mythril Gloves unlocked, we are ready to start PKing, and that also puts us from level 9 to 13 Slayer. I didn't plan to like start doing all the RFD quests, but I guess we might as well keep on going with it and save Evil Dave. This is the one where you have to have the cat for it, or having a cat helps a lot over a kitten. So we'll grab the cat out the house and upgrade our gloves again. We got a Heckcat now. We don't have the Warriors Guild unlocked yet, so we can't buy stews there, but the bartender at the Sears Village pub sells them for 20 GP each, so we'll just get stews here. You have to go through this dialogue every time, so it's a bit annoying, but, you know, it's faster than just making it ourselves. There's a lot of teleporting back and forth that I'm doing right now between going to Sears Village and then back through the fairy ring back to Edgeville, but I don't mind spending the law runes now that we have a way to get them pretty consistently. Turns out the stew that I need is almost the maximum amount of spices. I need 3 brown, 2 yellow, 3 orange, 3 red, but luckily we have everything here. We can finish that up. I'm going to be very careful to not accidentally drink this stew, but this is the last subquest we can do with all the requirements that we have done already. Wait, what? Oh, I forgot to talk to Dave. I was good. Okay. Now we should be good to have that done. As I was saying, that's the last one we can do with the requirements that we have. We have to do Monkey Madness to free Awawoji, and then we have to do, what is it, like Legends Quest? Do we have to do Desert Treasure too? We have to do a few more quests as well to free Ceramic Vase, but that is access to Adamant Gloves now, which we're not going to be using for a long time, because we're not going to be doing Slayer or Combat for a while outside of questing. We're going to have to do Underground Pass and then eventually Regicide, hopefully sooner than later, so that way we can unlock Zora and have a way to store our untradeable items. But one thing that's going to help for Underground Pass is going to be having 50 Thieving, so I think we're going to go ahead and just train up Thieving to at least 50 right now. Alright, let's find out now if we claim back our Cret's Memoirs, if it has teleports. I just kind of assume that it does, but let's test it out for real now if we talk to Veos here. Okay, there we go, got the Memoirs back, and if we reminisce and try to teleport, sweet, okay, so it doesn't lose charges. I think the best method for training Thieving up until 45 is stealing from the Hosidius fruit stalls. You need 15% Hosidius favor and 25 Thieving, and that's what we're going to be doing. Usually there's dogs out here that attack you, but you just lure them into the house here and lock them in. As you can see, I think these people have done. There's so many people in every world. I'm trying to find an empty world for this. I want to show you something. Okay, usually people just stand here and just wait for it to respawn and then pick it up and maybe like drop their food in between. But I believe you can save 1 tick if you run back and forth between them. And then by the time it respawns, you can start running back. I'm probably not doing this properly. Then when your run starts running out, you can use the strange fruits that you get to restore 30% run energy. So you can pretty much do this forever without staminas. It's going to be hard dropping these fruit tops because they're only 2%, and I guarantee later on I'm going to want those for botanical pies. but you know, we don't have a place to store them, or at least a place that it's really not worth storing them. All right, there is 45 thieving. Let's go back to Polnivniche now because we can now thieve from bearded bandit thugs. We'll buy our blackjack back and start blackjacking. We've got a couple options for food here. First option is there's the bartender over here who sells jugs of wine, or there's an unnoter, and we just use our node pineapples on the banknote exchange merchant and exchange the notes for items for 5 GP each. So that's what we'll be doing for now. Yeah, pineapples suck. We're buying wines. I guess we could buy kebabs too, but I think you have to go through the dialogue. Yeah, each time you want to buy one. If you do mess up here and accidentally get into combat, instead of running out of the house, you just run up the ladder and run back down, and it resets the aggro. This lady is just watching me beat this guy repeatedly, very brutally in her shop. Alright, this is going to be 50 thieving. We unlock quite a bit with 50 thieving here. Wall safes in the rogues den, we can get gems pretty easily that way, like on the fly if we ever need a diamond or a ruby or something. And then with 50 thieving and 50 agility, we can do the rogues den minigame to get the rogues outfit, which when you wear the whole thing, it doubles your loot when pickpocketing, which is going to be really good to have ASAP. The only issue with that is that you can't be wearing anything and you can't have anything in your inventory. You can't have anything at all when you're going for the rogues outfit. And each time you get a piece, you obviously have to put that somewhere. You can't just store one piece in your house. You can drop it, but untradables only stay on the ground for 3 minutes. And the only way to get through the rogues den in 3 minutes is to use the shortcut that requires 80 thieving. So I think the only way to get the rogues outfit at this point without any death storages unlocked, like Zora or whatever, would be to skull up in the wildy and have someone kill me. And then that one piece would stay on the ground for an hour. And I just have to repeat that process going back and forth to the rogues den and getting the piece each time, which would be pretty tedious considering I have to juggle everything else and suicide all this stuff in Lumbridge or wherever as well. So we're going to wait until later on until we have Zora unlocked before we go for the rogues outfit, which is why I don't want to train thieving too much right now. Otherwise I'd probably just grind it straight out for a while. But once we get Zora unlocked, we'll be able to store untradables in there temporarily, which would still be kind of tedious having to go back and forth every time, but it'd be a lot easier than what I'd have to do now. Alright, decided to just finish up 53 thieving because that is a requirement for Desert Treasure, so might as well knock it out of the way. There we go. And I was also averaging just over 40k XP per hour, which I think is pretty good for, you know, like low 50s. Back here at the pond, we just got 70 fishing, which unlocks the highest level of barbarian fish. So now we'll start catching leaping sturgeon as well, which should up the XP rates a bit. At level 68, I kind of skipped over that. We unlocked the fishing guild. Oh, that's a hard task too, to catch a sturgeon. I've probably been averaging like maybe 40k fishing XP per hour, which obviously is going to go up now. And then the strength and agility ratio to fishing I think is 1 to 11, so I guess just under 4k of each of those per hour. That's while I'm AFKing, I should clarify. I keep on putting this off because I really don't want to do it, but at the same time I really do, and I really should. But I want to try doing the underground pass quest, and that'll get us one step closer to unlocking Zora. So I'm going to try to start mentally preparing myself for underground pass. With that being said though, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you have a great day, and I will see you again next time.